This time's for real. Are you guys ready? Okay then, begin!
The ultimate battle between God and man! A battle! It's time to duel! Let's begin!
May the best man win. I intend to.
Venomots! Through battle!
それでは第9回戦
この8000部
Yes, to get right with the get right, the one time with the one time. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Spider can't hear. Roundtable, Wednesday. A little light. We got the kitty table here. The round people usually full, but you know, not every Wednesday's gonna be like that. But we here, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's on here. Shout out to everybody that couldn't make it. But you know, shout out to Blerd Official on YouTube, Blerd.com. Go copy the merch. What it's gonna like tomorrow after Welcome to Hollywood. So check out them. Check out Honey Cocoa Podcast. Make it make sense on Saturdays. And, you know what I mean? Tapping or capping on Fridays, late night. And the wife reviews. Sunday, excuse me. There's so many shows. Sunday at 8. And then Friday night, you're obviously Friday, 8 p.m. We're still recording, but you know, we'll go live. Maybe we might go live this Friday. Who knows? But you know, we talk about enemy titles and how much weight can it hold in that verse. So you know, Monterey's here.
What's good? The real number one, no title needed, is here, ready to go ahead and disrespect these titles that these anime claim are important. Okay, so you know we're gonna be here.
Mr. 1K.
What's going on? Good to be here. Still on the road to 1K.
God damn.
YouTube. What is it on? Oh yeah, TikTok. But yeah, that's where you can catch me. Ready to figure out, who carries the most weight. This panel should be interesting.
Menace is here, pulling up.
Yes, sir. Here to spit facts like I always do. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no capper. Unlike some people on this panel can, but it's okay.
What I do this time?
Shots fired.
What I do this time?
You're the villain.
No, yeah, you always the villain.
I lose track.
See, I'm glad Menace understands. You're the villain of the Blerd. Like this is not.
No, yeah, that's my question.
Magic Cam Grill, but we got Ebony Moonbeam here.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Ebony Moonbeam. You already know you can find me everywhere. If my name's not there, neither am I. Yeah, I'm glad to be here per usual. I love Wednesdays, and I've been off all day, so I'm glad I have a reason to get up.
So the topic is anime titles, how much weight they hold in their verse. So obviously we can start with Naruto. Hokage. The title Hokage is the highest title you could possibly have in that verse. So I mean, how much weight does it really actually hold? We know sonnets don't mean shit. So let's just get that out the way. The title of sonnet means absolutely nothing. I don't know why they
I disagree. I'd be more worried to fight a legendary Sonic than a Hokage, unless the Hokage is Hashira.
They got that title by losing. And then it's just like, oh my god, legendary Sonic.
Look.
It means nothing. But we can
Thank
start
you.
with Hokage.
Somebody, jeez Louise.
How much weight does a Hokage title really hold in that verse?
The title specifically holds about whatever's equivalent to 1/5 of that world. That's about what it holds because it's only important to the Leaf Village. Nobody else in the other villages gives a fuck. If you are the Hokage, you are a regular person if you roll into the Cloud Village. So therefore, it's about maybe 1/5. You know, it's like, you know, if you are the president of the United States, you know, France ain't gonna really give a squat. And like, you know, hey, cool, you president over there. Over here, we run. So it's just, you know, respect, but about 1/5, you know, one village worth. You know, that village is pretty big, but that's about it. You know.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, about like a 7.
1 to 10, honestly, are we talking about that
In
whole
the verse?
I'm giving it like a 4 or 5.
Damn.
Yeah,
we're talking about just
below
specifically.
5.
It's about a 4.
Yeah, about
Yeah.
4.
That whole verse, bro,
shit
one
on-
village is not their world. Like they just like matter of fact, there are people like the Akatsuki that don't give a crap what your status of a village is. They're like, bro, we run
Not a
this.
damn.
And if
Okay.
we truly,
We'll take y'all out.
real, the Leaf Village was kind of shitty, anyways. Even with like the good Hokages, I mean, that still was a pretty shitty place to live. So I wouldn't even say Hokage is even something you even want to be unless you want to be dedicated to be Hokage.
Like Naruto.
Yeah,
Fresco's
like I said,
in the
unless you wanna
building.
be Naruto.
So Fresco, title of Hokage.
Oh, we can't hear you.
Oh, he ain't muted. He thinks it's on
He may be muted because you can mute your mic without muting in the
so
system.
not muting this mic. His own mic. Watson, you said about 4 or 5.
It's like 4 or 5. They do get, you know, pretty much shit on anywhere else they go. Nobody really wants Naruto, like, he's the strongest supposedly, and they still want to run the ones with him anyway. So I mean, the most respected.
It took alien ninjas to come down and run phase with Naruto. So I mean,
they don't care about Hokage.
They don't.
They really don't.
They just like, world. That's, and to be fair to everybody watching, we're looking at the title, not necessarily the person. The title, and the title of Hokage is important to one village.
I mean, if you look at Mizukage, you a target. Like niggas is really trying to kill you. Just like,
I mean, that's important to them though. Like,
it's probably more of the
one village.
I would reputation of that one character over the Hokage title.
Oh, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad,
That's it. Not working on the laptop, but I would have thought it would have. Originally, I would have said the title holds more because even if a Kage does go into another village, they're still going to be acknowledged by the other higher ups. But then again, when you said the Akatsuki and people like that, they don't really care. Rogue ninjas don't care who you are. It made sense. So it really don't mean nothing to be a Kage as if you can get bodied by somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Orochimaru came in, killed the Kage, took his whole shit. You feel me?
Started his own village.
I like, that nigga got jumped.
Make my own village.
Ebony Boomy, you agree that the title of Kage, fuck it.
Yeah. I wouldn't give it a 4. I would give it like a.
I mean,
a 5.
literally, Madara is proof of the Kage don't mean shit. Like he treated them like they was part of the 5. You know, he treated them like they was, you know, just some regular nobodies. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, unless it's like, unless you a specific like enemy of another territory or whatever, the title of Kage truly doesn't necessarily mean nothing. It's kind of like what he said. Like it really only like Hokage specifically is only like 20% important to the verse, unless you're like a specific enemy of, you know, the Leaf Village that wants to target the Hokage. You know what I mean? So
I would say that it's the equivalent of like, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I would say it's like the equivalent of a governor of a state. Like the Hokage is like Ron DeSantis in Florida. Like he's a pain in the ass to some people. He's a nuisance for some people. He's not a nuisance for others. And he can control what goes on there, but the rest of the country don't give a shit. So there you go.
You saying Madara, but Madara had
I didn't say Madara.
No, Minister saying Madara.
I do.
I mean, he did have Edo Tensei. Yeah, like he didn't have that. I mean,
no, I mean, I'm just saying.
A whole Renegon. I mean, but what? That's neither here nor there. But all right, so everything. If the title of Kage is shit, the title of Sonic has to be like 0, and then what's that shit? Alambu gotta be 0, and a tuning gotta be -1. Like Jonan don't mean shit. I mean, if that's the case,
That's what I'm saying.
Well, it kind of doesn't, because when you think of like who actually passed the exams, the tuning exams, and who didn't, and stuff like that, but their skill level is still there. They just didn't pass the exam for whatever reason. So I don't know if those even mean anything.
fair. So we know Naruto, that don't mean shit. So I like to go into Yonko status. With how much weight does that hold?
Okay, I gotta think about this.
I think
it's
so.
Let me think.
I had just since the last time I've been here, I just caught up on the One Piece manga. So, I would say the Yonko status actually does mean a lot. Given as to how they rank people in One Piece, it's kind of just how they're threats to the world government, right? The Yonko these are the biggest threats to the world government as pirates. These are one of the how it was originally stated. These was one of the 3 powers of the world. So these are obviously some of the most important and dangerous people on the planet. So I would say the status of Yonko and everybody who's been shown to be a Yonko has been extremely powerful in that show. So I would say they're up there in terms of their influence and their status in the world, for sure.
I'm gonna go for numbers about like, I don't want to say 7, 8-ish, something like that.
I would give it about the same.
Because the Yonko prior to Wano, I might have even went higher, because it is like Fresco says, like they normally Yonko are known as extremely powerful individuals that actually the Grand Line was cut into 4. Like they had ran that entire district. They were that feared and that respected. But then when you went a little bit more into depth of the Yonko name, and you find out it's more of a popularity contest, more or less, you know, like your name becomes just so known, and you can become Yonko status without necessarily being powerful. Just, you know, you can just have a lot of influence. It gives a little bit more introspection into the Yonko title. And then there are still people in you know, the nation that don't really give a squat if you're Yonko or not. I'll still kill you. So, you know, perfect example was Luffy. But, you know, like, you know, so there are people that don't necessarily respect the Yonko name, even though the name is big and large and powerful and known.
Is the Yonko title higher than an Admiral title?
No, I don't think so.
No, I would say no, because the thing about the Yonkos is that they're known in their areas and known normally throughout the Grand Line, but admirals have a fear attached to them to where you don't even want an admiral to step in your area, and it's almost to the point where even the Yonko themselves, at least certain ones, didn't even want admirals around them. So I don't say it's a bigger than an admiral. I don't think so, especially not fleet admiral.
Menace, your take?
Oh, I'm not One Piece Negro, so I'm on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna say in terms of admiral, we know they're tied to the basically the gods of the One Piece world, the celestial dragons. So, and they are their direct protectors. So they gotta be literally. They have no choice. You can't sugarcoat it. They got to be the strongest in the Marines. The strongest 4. The fleet admiral has to be the strongest in the Marines. Other 3 got to be the top dogs in the Marines. And this is really only one outlier besides that, which is Garp. And he just don't want to follow orders from the other niggas. You feel me? So that's pretty much. I would say the admirals is definitely, their name holds more weight than the Yonko, especially with the new Yonko they put in. The 4 new Yonko. But it's not too far off. I would say not too far off.
Hey, Abby Mumi.
No, I agree with what everybody said, honestly. Like, I think they hold weight, but compared to stuff like the admirals and the celestial dragons, like, they're important, but they're not the end all be all of importance.
Watson, you One Piece Negro?
Of course. No, I'm caught up on it. I think it's decent. I do like it, but yeah, a dragon,
Like, I think it's decent.
a Yonka, the other one you guys just mentioned. Any of those three names mentioned, everybody raises an eyebrow, the eyes get bigger, and then they start talking about the status of these people. And besides the name itself, it seems like the characters, they seem to match up to these names. So their names themselves, Sir Luffy or whoever we talk about, they carry weight as well. But those are, like they say, like third, second most powerful. And then on top of that, the influence, as No Title Needed was saying, that they have from a political standpoint, because of how they are protected and whatnot. So that connection.
Some people may not be One Piece Negroes. Let's see some Bleach Negroes. I'm gonna wait till the captain hold in the verse.
In the verse.
I think when you first introduce the captains, it's like the Soul Society arc. At first, it was hard. It was like you see the vice captains and the vice captain. When you see Renji and Byakuya introduced, you're like, oh, they cold as hell. And then I think by the end of the Soul Society arc, it kind of loses its value because Ichigo just catches up to Byakuya, and he beats Kenpachi before that. So I think that that title lost a lot of value throughout the show. So it didn't hold as much weight as it once did at the beginning of the show. Later on, I think I haven't been watching the 1,000-Year Blood War, but I did read it before it came out. I would say they make those titles. I think they bring importance back to those titles in the final arc.
Menace, Monray.
I think for me personally, I'd say it's like probably like a 6 or 7 if we're talking about like the whole verse, because I think everybody that's, let's say, like people that's a Soul Reaper or even like in a Rock or somebody like that, they understand that a Soul Reaper captain is most likely someone, not only are they the strongest of like the Soul Reapers of their individual groups, but they're going to be having the Bankais. And a lot of these people that like to fight these Soul Reaper captains, they're interested in how strong the Bankais are. They're not interested, they're not interested in like the lieutenants or, the vice captains, nothing like that. They want the captains. They want to fight the strongest. They want to see what they can do against the captains with the Bankais. And I think kind of like what my man just said in the final arc, they definitely bring a lot more, I think, honor to the captain name, because for a little bit it did kind of lose like some validity to it. I guess that's not the right word, but like it didn't have like the same type of like stronghold as it did in the beginning. But definitely by 1,000-Year Blood War, I definitely think they bring honor to the name Soul Society Captain. So I think it's probably about 6 or 7 in my opinion.
It's a mixed bag. It's definitely a mixed bag because going along with what they say, yeah, in the beginning they do it, but the problem comes is there are certain captains that have way more rank and file and respect than other ones do. Even in the beginning, we were looking at Soifon. Oh, Soifon was dangerous. She's a threat. She's over the stealth squad of the entire, Soul Society, and it's all, Soifon got on. So it's just, we didn't care about her. We find out Yoruichi was the former captain, and he's like, okay, we can body you. So, and then Ichigo comes, bodies half the captains, get stronger than them. We find out people like Rukia, Renji become stronger than most captains, period, by the end of it. And it's just the captain name is less important versus the Reaper themselves. But the captains throughout the entirety of Bleach still are respected, even by the antagonists. Whether it's Aizen and his crew, they still respect captains enough to make plans for them. even Uavak and the Quincy knew that the captains themselves were the only real threats, even though it was certain ones. But so it's a mixed bag, but it's more based on the people versus just the name captains. So I think I'll still be like, I'm probably within like 6.
I'm gonna ask that question also.
6, 7-ish is fine. Do I want to listen to them? Probably because head captain, it's not even just the captain, it's the person. So I'm more on like a 6. It's just the person themselves.
Real quick, Watson, Ebony Moonbeam. How much weight does Division 0 have?
A whole freaking lot.
They created.
I would say
Like a
Division
crazy
0.
amount. They're right under the Soul King. Like I feel like they hold a lot of weight. Like you can't really debate that. Like one of them created Zanpakutos. Like if that ain't a flex, I don't know what is in that verse. When it comes to the captains, I do feel like they should still be higher because when you hear a captain, like regardless if it's your favorite captain or not, when they're about to fight, you pay freaking attention. Like you want to know what's about to happen. You want to know what they're going to show you and stuff. And just like Monday said, everybody is, Menace, he said that like everybody is looking to see how powerful you are and stuff. So there's clearly, there's weight to their title. But Division 0, it's not even a debate. They're top tier. If you can become Division 0, then you're doing something right.
Yeah, especially because they all have one specific thing that they have a specialty in, and every single one of them is stated that they're all stronger than Yamamoto. So just to get there alone, we already know like you got to be up there, you know.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're not fighting the apps right now, but yeah,
that's what the little people are for. They ain't even made it there yet. When they get up there, if they make it up there, then there you go.
Now listen, this one may be controversial, maybe, but I think.
Oh, here we go.
Listen,
right, it's gonna be controversial. So
it's one of my favorite anime, but I just think the title just doesn't. Maybe it does, or maybe it doesn't. It just depends. It's tricky. So the title of Dark Tournament Champion. These are 2 former champions, well, current and former champions. So how much weight does it really? And you know, we know it holds 0 weight in human world. I don't even know how much weight it holds in demon world.
Absolutely none.
Absolutely. That's why I was just sitting there like, hey, it don't hold nothing.
It's just like it's just whatever. It's just
Demon World don't give a spot about this. I was watching that for pure fun and sport. Like the main powerful demons aren't even in attendance. It was just like, this is just something that they do with humans to have fun with them. Who cares? Like, they made Taguro, who was a human, the former champion. They made him a B class demon. They didn't give a squat about that. It was like, okay, this is fun. We'll do this just for the heck of it. Taguro can invite people. We'll let humans be here and bet money on it. Like, it was petty demon stuff. Like in the grand scheme of things, nobody in the demon world really cared. But the 3 demon kings give a shit about that.
Genkai introduced Yusuke as the Dark Tournament champion.
Yeah, she did. That was wonderful. The 3 demon kings was like, okay, who are you again? Like they didn't care about none of that. They just like, man, whatever. We got multiple levels of unknown demon world to worry about and run over. Y'all want to have this little petty human tournament thing? Go right ahead. They don't care.
But I ask this because one of the best like character developments in anime with Yusuke, just start to finish, best fights, all that other stuff, and it title means absolutely almost nothing. I'm just like
I love the arc, I really do. But just,
what do y'all think, Menace, Fresco, Moonbeam?
Honestly, I do kind of agree.
I said
it already.
I don't really have anything else to say to it, to be honest.
No love for the Dark Tournament champion. Fresco, you agree with just being ass, or just like it's whatever? But it meant so much to mean nothing.
It's the equivalent of winning a spelling bee. Like,
damn.
It's interesting to the people that watched it.
Niggas was dying.
And you get to use it as a title, but don't nobody care that you want a spelling bee. Cool. I'm so glad you can spell. Try
The
it drunk.
spelling bee is
Like, try it
crazy.
high. Let's see if you can
Working
still
for
spell.
weeks
I don't know. Like, come on.
memorizing them words.
Watson,
So
I know you.
what?
Watson, I know you're a UU nigga. So I mean,
I mean, you was cool, but no, I agree. I don't think it was just for sport. Anytime you stepped outside the tournament, though, they was ready to throw hands with them. They didn't care. You know, so,
I mean, we know since we ain't give a fuck, and all the three kings didn't give a fuck. So I mean,
and like he'd still show up, whoop ass, and keep it moving. You know, they go running with the tail between their legs or whatnot. But he didn't really care too much, unfortunately.
But I think this one is a surprising one. When you really think about it, you have to really think about it. I don't know if you actually watched the show or not. So Blue Lock to be the
This my
best
shit.
striker in Japan. That's the title. How much weight does it hold in the show?
Let me go. It holds all the motherfucking weight.
Ebony was the only one. Me and her was on for the fucking.
Well,
Y'all
I've
need to
seen the
get on
anime.
it. It's so good.
I just haven't read
Blue
the
Lock is
manga.
fire.
So
All right, there we go.
I'll give my anime opinion on it because
Yeah, we're strictly anime opinion.
I think
Blue Lock
based
is
off of like how like they were portraying someone to be the best striker in Japan, you know, you got to have like that certain mentality. I think it definitely holds a lot of weight because a lot of these characters all have that mindset of wanting to be the best. They all have different ambitions and different reasons for how they're going to be the best using their specific talent, using their specific abilities. But then they also have to think about, okay, we have to work together as a team, trying to work against each other to be the best striker. But not everybody can be the best striker if I can be the best striker. So I definitely think in that regard, just from the anime perspective, it definitely holds a lot of weight.
It holds all the weight. Like, when you think about it, the show is called Blue Lock, which is about this facility to make the greatest striker in Japan. So that is literally the whole point of the show. If you become the greatest striker, there's no more Blue Lock. Unless they want to try and make the second best and the third best, which you're going to find out throughout the show. So it's a 10 out of 10. As is the anime. Check it out.
I think it holds a lot of weight in the anime, but not as much. Just because towards the end of the anime, right, you start seeing everybody's working towards their goal of being the best striker in Japan, but they don't want to just be the best striker in Japan. Japan's goal is trying to create the best striker in the world in the show. That's the reason for them making Blue Lock, right? So they start showing people from around the world at the end in like the last few episodes in the anime, and all these high schoolers who are getting cooked by all these foreign players. So what their goal is they're trying to be the number one striker on the planet, not just in Japan, is what I'm saying.
I disagree. It's still high because even with that, these characters look up to not just Japanese players, but they look up to other global players or whatever. So, and you see it in the anime when they are head to head with like the French player, the US player, and whatever the other person was from or whatever. As they play them, then their goal changes to, I want to be better than them. This is the best this is the best power forward, this is this, or whatever. So now their goal is to beat them. So I still think the best player in Japan, I still think that's the same goal. It's just now they're able to witness like how much farther they really are from professional players.
The reason why I say what I said was because from the jump, what Ego was saying was, he was saying that Japan's soccer was weak. So their mindset was, we're going to play a team game and we're going to play soccer the right way. And he was like, cut all that out. We're done with all that. We need to make the best striker. We need goals. That's how we win. You got to be the best. And he started comparing them. They brought up real life players like Messi and Ronaldo, right? Players like Neymar. So they talking about people from outside the world in order to kind of drive everybody's goal to create in Japan the best striker in the world. That's why I was saying, I don't think it was just Japan specifically. That's their goal, but they want to be the best striker in Japan. But Ego, what he was trying to do is make the best striker in the world.
Listen, for them to make for them to get finessed into constructing a multi-million-dollar facility just for soccer and get this man all this fucking power just so Japan can make a world team is blasphemous.
Yeah, that is crazy.
It's
They're
fucking
trying to
wild.
win the World Cup, man.
So I understand other sports anime is just like a team thing. No, it's just like, yo, we're gonna build this from scratch. We're gonna build this from the mud. We're gonna get it from here. Like, nah, nigga, we're gonna get like all these motherfuckers and then we're gonna put them through the grind just for get one player out of them. We're not gonna. We just want one nigga out of all these fucking people to be the best striker in the world. It's up there. I mean, Japan is spending money on anything depending on the verse. That's just me. It's definitely up there. Just like for them, they may get other goals. No pun intended. For
I should not have laughed that hard at that.
If now's to beat the foreign team, but they still got deep-rooted plans for themselves. But the title of Ahashi.
I'm torn between this one. Like, I want to put it high, but it's really hard to the way they're just dropping like flies.
Not everybody
I feel like it's only not important if you're like an upper moon.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're like a low class demon and you go face to face with Hashira, then you're gonna be shitting bricks. But if you're like at bare minimum, like at least the number 6 demon, then you're gonna be looking at them like they ain't shit. So I think it kind of depends on like the ranking of demon in correlation to the ranking of Hashira.
I would go. I really want to go 9. I'm cute to be. I want to go 9 because going with what Menace said, that's 6 demons out of all of them. Well, my bad, 7. 7 demons out of all of them, including Muzan. That is 7. Out of the entirety of the verse, there are 7 beings that won't crap their pants if a Hashira happens to come along. 7 beings, and then even among those 7 beings, the majority of them, not Muzan, but the other ones do respect Hashira. They're like, okay, at least I know that you'll be somewhat of a challenge, more or less. They more or less respect them. They're not just gonna be like, okay, you're fodder or nothing, because they know a Hashira is at least a Hashira. So even among the upper moons, there is some level of respect. They may not like them, but there's some level of respect.
I mean, even throughout the Hashira, only half of them are really good. So I mean,
but it's still the name of a Hashira. Like, even look at it this way. Well, okay. Slight spoiler, not really major spoiler. Slight spoiler. Upper Moon 2 Doma respects Shinobu. Respected Shinobu, and Shinobu is known as the weakest Hashira for different reasons. But like, she's the weakest, and even Upper Moon 2 respects her. So even among that, there is respect among the Upper Moons for Hashira, whether it's certain ones or different ones. So I give it a 9.
Akaza did run away.
Only reason I would say, only reason I would put it lower was just the only reason I would think to would be before that first Upper Moon died. What was it they said? They said it's been like 100 years or something since any one of them had even died.
Yeah.
So that would be the only thing, like every time a Hashira would have faced off against one of them, it would have came out in the L. So that would have been the only knock I would have had on the Hashiras. But other than that, I agree 100%.
No, I'm with you there. Just,
so like a 7 or 8.
Yeah, if it's rare and when you see a Hashira and a demon in the same places, there's a possibility that they can take them. I mean, the top Hashira, I give it about 7, 8.
No, Jagged. I was saying, did Akaza respect Rengoku?
Yes, because he didn't kill him outright.
I thought he was playing around with him, but
he wanted him to become a demon. He was like, I don't want to do this to you because you're strong.
He could be one of us.
Yeah, he definitely
have a curse.
He like, come on to this side.
No, he definitely respected that he was a strong Hashira.
That's respect. The name means something.
And remember, even once he died, like, he was out of there.
No, it's like he still was toying with his ass, but he still respected the fact that this man, like, he acknowledged the fact that, yeah, like, he has heart, like, he has something.
I don't know. Like, I mean, don't get me started with the people saying, "Oh, Chandra on them wasn't there. He would have cooked Akaza."
We're not worried about the people that don't have sense.
Yeah.
We ain't worried about the people that don't have sense.
Well, let's get into the next one.
This finna
yeah. So, Pokemon League.
Oh,
how much weight does it hold? Don't make faces on my son Ash winning.
I wouldn't know.
Oh yeah, that's right. You've never watched Pokemon.
Watched like 2 episodes of Pokemon.
Crazy.
Ooh.
Maybe.
I have Pokemon book stands on my desk. Come on.
Nah, we good. Yeah, I thought it was cool. With my thing.
Also, with winning the championship, doesn't matter which championship, as in holding the amount of weight. Like nobody.
You know, I would say, for what I have seen, it seems like he does carry some weight.
Okay, so
I give it like a 6 because it is about Pokemon and competing and fighting.
So that question: are we talking about the champion of champions, like Ashy is currently, or just a Pokemon League champion?
Well, yeah, that's what I was asking. So it's just like for Ash winning the championship, he was an Orange League champion. Also, nobody gave a fuck. So I mean,
I'm gonna give. I think my answer gonna be the same regardless. I'm gonna give it like a solid 6. I'm gonna give it a solid 6. Reason: among trainers, whether it's in that region for the select league or the champion of champions, among trainers, you have respect. Among the enemy crews like Team Rocket or whatever, they don't give a frick who you are. Like, look, if I can take your mon, I'm gonna take your mon. And then, to be fair, the Pokemon, at least some of them, like legendaries, whatever, have their own say so, and they don't give a squat who you are. Like, you know, you come from my crane, like you a Steelix, you come across my area, I don't give a damn if you league champion or a new 10-year-old coming out with your Pikachu. I'm bodying you. So like, it's the trainers care, but the thieves don't care, and the Pokemon don't really care who you are if you can't beat them. So 6, you know, like it's something, you know.
Damn.
Something
I
to
think
people
it's
who
less
care
than
about.
6. I really do. I feel like it's closer
crazy.
to a 5. I think it's closer to a 5. I'm gonna be honest. For all the reasons you gave, I just think it's still. I just think a 6 is too high for the reason you gave. Like 5 different reasons. That's 5 different notches down. Like I don't think 6 is it.
I'm not mad at 5.
What you mean? That means you're that nigga. Fresco Menace for the title of Pokemon League champion.
I'm not even sure, really. I ain't too well versed in the Pokemon. I used to have, you know,
Another one.
I ain't watch it like that. I used to watch the movies as a kid, but
only the
I ain't
really watch
YouTube.
I think I see like one Pokemon movie actually.
Everybody saw Pokemon 2000.
Yeah, because you saw Mew. Everybody saw a movie. If you know Mew and Mewtwo, then you saw at least one movie. Oh my God, I'm so disappointed in you two.
Listen, all I'm saying, the gym leaders are a 2. They're just glorified, just like celebrity trainers that get paid to just run a gym. Fine. If you're a Pokemon League champion, you're above the Elite 4 and all the other niggas. So I mean, why wouldn't it be like an 8 or something like that?
No,
that sounds like cool.
Because the other people don't care. Like Team Rocket, Giovanni is a gym leader. You think he cares about the freaking Gary or Blue?
I'm pretty sure he cared when Lance ran up in that shit and started killing niggas with Dragonite, but that neither here nor there. But
he cares if he can take your mon or not, bro.
Nah.
to another throwback. Battle City.
Yeah, I'm out of here. I'll be back.
He's on Yu-Gi-Oh!
Remember, he ain't never seen Yu-Gi-Oh! either.
The title of Battle City champion. Well, there's no King of Games champion. There's just a Battle City champion. So I mean,
so the Battle City or the King of Games?
Battle City. There's no title really. I guess like a self-appointed.
I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of a tough one because, like, specifically in the show, whoever became Battle City champion was the wielder of the Egyptian god. So at that point, the title of Battle City Champ was a big deal because that legitimately meant either the end of the world or the savior, or saving the world. But later on in like in the series, it didn't really hold like any weight to it at all. Like, you didn't see Yugi go around, hey, I'm the Battle City champion. Like, that was just kind of, there's no reason to do that.
Oh, Joey is holding on to third place Duelist Kingdom pretty fucking hard. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, wouldn't you if you were Joey?
Okay, but like I say, yeah, if you were Joey, then
you would absolutely hold on to that.
But if you're
That's
someone like
Yugi
that literally has the king of games within you, you're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the same.
Battle City champion, I'm gonna go about 3. Like the reason is because for people who like knew that he was the Battle City champion, most of why they didn't really give a squat about the Egyptian card. It was like, oh, you're a Battle City champion. They were basically like, oh, you're the person who won that tournament. I can still beat you. Duel. Nobody feared dueling Yugi at all. They was like, oh, you're Battle City champion. That means I can get famous if I beat you. Like they saw it as a welcome mat. Like, okay, let me own this, man. Let me show that I can. So, like, there was no fear, no revelation or revering battle. Like, oh, this is the Battle City. Like, no, oh, you won that tournament. Man, let me get famous off you. Like, break out the like, put up the Dark Magician. Like so nobody really was respecting the name. They was just like, oh, okay, so you won the tournament. That's about it. So I'm giving like a 3. Like, nobody, even people he beat, like Weevil didn't even care. Weevil like, bro, I'll duel you again. Like,
well, Weevil's a hoe. Why would he care?
Yeah, Weevil ain't shit.
Just like, I mean, Kaiba dueled him again. Kaiba kept making duels for him. I don't care. You Battle City.
Kaiba kind of hard on these people.
Hey, but let me
Kaiba
tell
like,
you
bro,
something.
duel you 3
Hey,
times.
Kaiba real life gotta be
You gonna
a
let
fraud.
somebody
How you gonna make
continue?
a
Like, you gonna let
tournament
somebody
for
beat your
yourself
ass and not
tournament?
try it again?
Man, Kaiba made Battle City. He's like, bro, I'll make another tournament. But
Listen, I don't know.
The whole Coliseum duel.
Kaiba
Bro,
on
they didn't
fire.
care.
Let me tell you, any fight I've ever gotten to, if
I don't know if
which
Kaiba
has
said
never happened,
then-
I'm still coming back.
I don't know if
We
Kaiba
not
said in
done.
the sub, but in the dub, he said, I will not be defeated in my own tournament, and I felt that.
And then the came in third place in his own tournament.
You hate to see that kind
You
of thing
hate
happen.
to see it.
Damn, he did have a third place duel against Joey that he didn't want to duel in. It's just like, can we not? Joey's like, no, I need that third place. I need my get back. And he's just like, fuck you, all right. So no, we're batting under 500 with these. So hold on. So
I mean, nobody cared about it.
the title King of Curses.
Oh boy.
Agreed.
No, because Gojo got the title. Don't nobody care about this man right now.
I'm just saying he's the King of Curses. But he's a special grade. Yeah, I mean, he's the without the manga shit going on. So just like.
Yeah, because we are anime only. So anime only. He's high up there right now.
Way on this one.
He's high up there. If
He's
it's anime only.
Don't nobody give no fuck about him. Gojo.
He's like a 9. Gojo is a 10 and he's a 9.
They trying to. That's the whole purpose, right?
I would still say based off of the show, like you never hear Gojo come out his mouth and be like, if I had to fight him at full power, I'd absolutely lose. Like he ain't never said nothing like that in the anime. So I feel like based off of what we've seen, Gojo is a 10 and Sukuna would be a 9.
But Gojo
Just based
have,
off of the anime.
Title on there?
No, just besides a student.
You gotta go anime only, Monterey. So
I mean, even including manga
it
doesn't
worked
change. Even the manga is not going to change my answer. I'm trying to see if I want to give him this 10 or not. That's all I'm thinking. Do I want to give?
I think
him
honestly, he
give
deserves
him the 9.
You got to give him 10, bro.
I think I give him the 10 because even Gojo respected the King of Curses. Anybody else, he didn't care. Even he respected him. Was okay. Let me be real. If I gotta be honest, I could probably beat him. But it ain't no guarantee. But whooping another that nature that he thought at that time. He's like, bro, even him, I have to try. Like, you know, so it's like even he respected the King of Curses, and then everybody else naturally was scared shitless. You know, any mention of Sukuna's name or anything, or any sighting or whatever. So I think I give him the 10 because if the strongest, that we know of the verse acknowledges you, cool. I mean, people's even afraid of his fingers. Like, I
ate one of his fingers. Oh no!
Like people, oh, it's one of Sukuna's fingers. Bandage it up and put it over there. Like, I'm gonna give it to him. He gets
minutes. You gotta take.
I kind of agree with what Mauro said. Like, I think you got to put him in that 10 because I think the only 10s in that verse is Sukuna and Gojo, and everybody else ain't remotely close. Or you know what I'm saying? Like that's real shit though. I'm not trying to be like that's real shit. And just the simple acknowledgement of any of the fingers and the fact that you're going after a special grade Sukuna finger already puts the fear of God into everybody. And the fact that like you about to go after a Sukuna finger and
damn.
Look back.
Oh shit.
You're back. That was
all right. But yeah, I think it definitely holds a decent amount of weight to it, specifically with everybody else, because I mean, unless you're Gojo, then you're not trying to deal with the King of Curses.
All right, so another new gen that we'll see if people watched it. The number one king.
I have no idea what that is.
Ranking of Kings.
Ranking of Kings.
I still haven't seen it.
Oh, Boji. Oh, okay.
Yes. There's more people in that show than Boji, but if you're ranked number one, you basically get all the treasures from the other kings, and you get basically whatever you want. So, I
think it holds a lot of weight, just because they do have all the kings ranked in general. It has to hold weight. I'm trying to remember key things from the show, but
it holds all the weight.
Yeah.
If aside from what Boji is capable of doing, he's a 10. And anytime he's on the screen, you see why he's a 10. And from what I've seen, because I don't know if I saw all of season 2, but what I have seen, you can see why he's up there.
Desperate number one. He's a king so far. At the end of the series, he becomes. At the end of the first season, he becomes king. So I give it a 10 also because of the rewards you get and the rankings that you get above everybody else. So I don't even know what the ranking system is. It's just like, hey, you that nigga for right now. So I mean,
you're better than all these other kings in some form or fashion.
We'll put up an anime.
But that says a lot. Like if everybody is just basic, and then you have like these kings that have all these amazing feats, and there's more than a couple of them, and then he's higher than all of them. It's similar to like a celestial dragon or something like that or an admiral over like the Yonkos and stuff. So I think it's still 10.
So the title of
you talking about the stars?
Yes.
Title of getting a hunter's license.
You talking about them library cards right there?
To be a hunter.
So I guess it's the one, right?
So
well, if you're my man, Hisaka, you that nigga. But I don't know about
them
other
library
people.
No.
They have to
Yes,
do themselves
yes.
time and time again.
But the exam is so grueling. It's just like just to get that, it would have to hold some type of weight.
You can't.
It
even
does
do
in
It's
the
a library
verse,
card.
but it does hold weight in the verse.
Yeah,
Like if
it's a library card.
everybody could have it, then they wouldn't need the exam, and so little come through the exam each year.
Okay,
So-
let me see. I gave the King of Games a 3. So let me give this about a 2.
You're wild.
I would say the same thing because the only people everybody we encounter in the show that's important is a hunter, so it's kind of like you got to base it based off of that. The only people, if you weren't including hunters in the show, everybody who's important in the show has a hunter's license, so
Right.
it kind of loses its value when all the characters hold one. That's the only
And
reason
some are
why I would say
definitely
that.
not as good as others. So I can go with that.
I would say you would have to rank the stars or the hunter or what's it, stars or are they
Yeah,
ranking?
it's something like that. Mm-hmm.
It's something like because like I said, all the hunters aren't the same. And then if you're not a hunter, they don't respect them. Like the Phantom Troop, they don't respect the hunters. the antagonist, which I mean, like the ants or whatever, they just food. All right, I mean, then don't even get me started on this daggum dark tournament boat trip that we on. I ain't gonna spoil enough of the manga. Don't even start me on that and the fact that nobody cares you're a hunter on the ship. Please.
You're too fucked.
But what he said, what the commenter said, is important though. The stipend that they get for becoming hunters is crazy.
The library cards are
and they also get to they get to do certain things without punishment of getting in trouble or anything like that. So it still plays a role.
No, yeah, it does. It definitely
like you can kill somebody and like get away with it type shit. Like, so it's definitely higher than like a 2.
So that means you're a government agent if you become a hunter.
Why are you a government agent? Because you're a hunter. There's a lot of people that can murder.
He got away with it, but he didn't get away with it.
So think about it. If you're a government agent as a hunter, how much do we respect our government agents here?
But they're not government agents.
Two.
So he just is a government agent.
Basically, he just
it is a government agency though. It's like they're the kind of like world power.
I thought he's got rogue.
But I know because I believe they still have like a president or something. Like they still answer. The Hunters Association still answers to someone else.
Yeah, the lead hunter, the leader of the Hunter Association, who they mostly answer to. But
no, but there's someone else because you have a conversation where Netero says that he reached out for assistance from someone else or whatever, like the actual government. He says that before the ant arc that they're in communication on how to deal with the threat, because if it passes where it is right then, it can destroy the world. So yeah, they answer to someone else to a degree.
They really fit government agents now to me.
Oh
they
my
really
God.
fit them. They really fit government agents.
Maybe mercenaries, but I wouldn't go as far as government agents.
How about devil hunters?
Oh, that's trash. I ain't gonna lie.
Dang it.
In terms of I'm going off yeah.
Just trash?
Trash. In terms of their value, like I mean not their value, but what we rank in the title, right?
Yeah.
Anybody can be a devil hunter. Anybody.
No, that is true. Like
anybody.
There's like
right now.
No limits. If you want to be a devil hunter, go ahead and go. That's so true.
Anybody want to sign up?
You want to potentially die, but we'll give you some money.
Throw away their lives.
Join us.
That's what
the girl basically said, I just did it for a check. Try to go home.
Right. 1-800, you want to die? Come on.
So this is the first 0 pretty much because anybody can do it.
Like family got a higher respect than the whole hunter.
And you don't have to be one of them to still have devil powers.
I mean, the sad fact about it is just
so supernatural is too
like you respect the fact that they have put their lives on the line. But that's about it. Like
why?
They are they at 1? Like this the
people they fighting don't anybody can do it.
Like because it's just the name Devil Hunter, no, like certain ones like Makima, sure. But the name Devil Hunter, like the demons are like, okay, y'all are Devil Hunters, y'all are here to come get us food. And then the Devil Hunters themselves, they don't respect each other. It's just like,
we remember the first episode when Denji was just doing it.
Yeah.
No suit on, just raggedy, just living in a fucking tinfoil house.
I mean, like, you know, there are some people that was pulling swords out their skull and trench coats. So I'm just like
Katana Man.
Yep. There's like, you know,
I know we showed the Kages, but we didn't show the Wizard King. Ooh, big difference, right? Keep the same energy. I don't want to hear no deep side. Keep the same energy.
He
is the governor, right?
He's
no, because I think a lot I think
I'm gonna give him a
keep
5.
the same energy. He's just a governor.
I give that like an 8 or 9.
Oh my God.
Wait, hold on. I'm not like real quick. Just so I know I'm not mistaken. Don't like each individual kingdom they
all have their own,
right?
That's like they have like their own different like governing like system going on. So specifically, the Wizard King could have like a relatively like important title to the verse, depending on what that kingdom needs to do.
Didn't
he's
the
over the Clover Kingdom.
Snake
That's
Kingdom
what it
just have a
is.
regular king?
No, he's over the Clover Kingdom, just like the Heart Kingdom have Lolo Pachika, you know, their Water King. I don't really remember what the Diamond Kingdom ended up having before that stuff happened.
No,
the Spade Kingdom has their own. They have their own, kingdom. So like their king.
But the Clover Kingdom has a king, and then it has a Wizard King. So is the Wizard King just straightly the Clover Kingdom? Because Laura Petchka is the queen of her place, and she just happens to be cursed.
Like the thing
So
about
that
it,
doesn't necessarily mean that that's equivalent to a Wizard King. I think the Wizard King is like the most powerful person magically in the verse.
No, he's the most powerful magical person in the Clover King. The Wizard King is the leader over all of the magical knights. That's who the Wizard King is. He's over every magical knight. He's the leader of all the magical knights. He just works hand in hand with the peasant king that's over the people of the Clover.
Not the peasant king.
He is the peasant king because like everybody in the kingdom
lose it if he heard
the
you
Wizard
call
King.
him
They
a
don't care
peasant.
about the actual king. It's actually a running. They don't care about the actual king. They respect the Wizard King.
Hold on, so I'm just saying, in the grand scheme of things, the Wizard King is just a face for the verse because the king still has power over him, and then the justice system still has power over the Wizard King.
Which is bullshit.
They was about to kill Asta, and Julius couldn't do a damn thing about it. He's just like, well, all right.
He's only a part of the Clover Kingdom anyway.
Damn, so it gotta be lowered. You respect these Kages.
Like the thing about it, he's only over the Clover Kingdom.
These Kages.
But I get the Kage. Hold on. What I get?
Kage's like a 3.
No, I said a 4 or 5 for the Kage.
The Land of Fire. So
I said a 4 or 5 for the Kage. I said 4 or 5 for Hokage.
So what is the king? They can't do shit on a
I said 5.
standpoint.
I said 5.
All right.
I said 5 because really, you can even look in the show. The people don't care about the king. They care about the Wizard King.
They do.
I gave it to Julius.
They do.
I gave it to Julius because also Julius is OP with the label.
Like he's
Right. Like we're not gonna act like he's weak. Like he's just some random
I'm not saying
person.
he's weak, but he internal aspects of the kingdom, he can't do anything.
Right. He is
Hell,
like hell.
Internal aspects of the kingdom. He's the leader over the armies of the kingdom, and the people listen to him.
So if Julius said no, don't kill Asta, he could just do that because he damn sure wasn't trying to.
No, he wasn't.
All right then. So what the fuck? He couldn't. That's what I'm saying.
Anybody could. He didn't want to. It's the difference between going against the hierarchy of the place and just making the decision just for the hell of it. Like, come on, man.
Like the Spade Kingdom actually had a king at that point. The king ran everything in the Spade Kingdom, and the niggas just was like, "Fuck it, we don't get these devils and go ram shot over it."
They took over in the Spade Kingdom. The devil people took over the Spade Kingdom.
Yeah, what I'm saying is the king was the king. That was the person.
Yeah, and then
you got this Wizard King who is basically the top flight security, and I get that because.
But fine, if you want to knock him down a number,
I'm just saying.
It's not much lower. Like
you was disrespecting the Kage pretty heavy. So I'm saying.
Look,
like,
if he
make
could
him
have
a
done that
4.
for Asta, why didn't he do that for Asta?
He just did it. He's building character. He's
right.
That's what it is.
A couple more.
You know.
Couple more.
If I remember right, the timing of it was I think Julius was already a child and he couldn't show himself, so he couldn't do it physically because he couldn't show himself as being a child, so he couldn't do it.
Nigga, do the acting Negro could have done something, but
the villain of the Blerd strikes again.
Sorry, world heavyweight, world boxing champion in Ippo. For the niggas that watched Ippo,
they got quiet.
I haven't seen.
I haven't seen
the fighting
I
yet,
ain't seen it,
but I would say it holds a lot of
It
weight.
is in my watch list.
I would say it holds a lot of weight
It is.
because I remember back in the first fight when they had what was his name, Date,
yeah,
the light heavyweight when
the heart punch.
Yeah, yep. Back when Ebo fought him, and Ebo got cooked for Japanese champion, and he went and fought the world champion. That man was dogging. He was dogging.
It depends on
respect for him, but
it depends on what region you're in, because the Japanese are looked down upon as being champions. Now, Eagle came over and Brian Hawk came over. They didn't respect the Japanese.
They did not. They did not. But also too, once what's his name? The Greaser cut. They all cut. World heavyweight, where he fought the dude from New York.
That was Hawk. That was Brian Hawk.
Oh yeah. See that one right there. Came over, did his thing, got immediately got respect for the country after that one. So I would say that definitely holds a lot of weight. But I think they do it like real life, where they do have other. I don't know if they have other championships.
Yeah, they got the
world. So I would say it means a lot. But since there are other champions, world champions, it would be like a 7.
I agree. I'll take that for a 7. Number 1 headband.
Oh yeah, that's got to be a 10.
That got to be a 10.
Yeah, that's a 10. Like
it's got to be a 10.
That's a 10. There's not a single person in that verse that don't know the headband, that don't know the legend, that ain't trying to get after the headband. Even Justice knows the headband. Like it has to be a 10.
The universal 10 for the number 1 headband.
It's you that nigga. Yeah, no, the headband is really important.
You got the juice.
You got to fight number 2 just to get to number 1. It's crazy.
Yeah, the respect level of just a fucking headband, and you climbing the ranks. Legit have to climb the ranks. Like you can't skip shit.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Solid 10.
Number 1 headband.
I think that's a W, like power, like system wise, like because you legitimately have to pass this guy to get here, then you have to challenge him to get that band in order to challenge the next guy. Like you said, you can't just jump and be like, I'm the number 4 one to challenge number 1. It's like, nah, you gotta be the 3 to challenge the 2, but not too many niggas can even contend with the 2. So I think that's a mad W. Everyone's trying to contend for the number 2 to be able to contend or even be in contention for the number 1. Like I think that's a W way of setting that shit up.
And then the title, last one of that number 1 hero title.
That's a 10.
Absolutely.
That's 10. There's not everybody in that verse, the villains of the verse all respect that title. Well,
Stain did.
Okay. Hold on for a second.
No, he absolutely did. He respected everything about All Might.
Hold on for a second.
If we're specifically talking about All Might being the number 1 hero,
yeah,
that's the title of number 1 hero because
it's just number 1 hero. Endeavor does not get that same kind of respect.
No,
he doesn't.
He does
Especially
not
for the villains. He does not get that.
That's I feel like because he didn't earn the title, he just
took over the mantle because he was already number 2.
Retirement.
So that's what I'm saying. So you gotta
Right.
count all the number 1 heroes because wasn't Shigaraki Grandma wasn't Momo number 1 hero also?
I can't remember.
I don't remember.
I don't believe so.
But that's the problem. Like All Might got so much attention as being number 1. Even All For One respects All Might, but that's from their prior history. He don't care about Endeavor. I mean, he shit talked Endeavor to his face. He don't care about Endeavor. Shigaraki don't care about Endeavor. Like most of them don't care about the number 1 hero other than him.
So the title of number 1 hero is not a 10. It's just All
No,
Might.
I would say too,
it's not a 10.
I would say
It's probably like an 8.
The title doesn't matter. It is who holds it, because even though still Endeavor, right when he had it at the end of what was it, season 4 or 5? No, I think it was season 4. When he fought the Nomu, he got the respect of the citizens, at least of the people who originally didn't really support him. You know what I'm saying? So it's about who holds the title and how they gotta just earn their respect. So the title
lost that shit 2 seasons later.
Well, because even like half of being the number 1 hero is based off of popularity as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like you go up based off of how like your feats, but also your popularity. So that's one of the reasons why they weren't sure that Endeavor would ever make it to number 1, because he lacked in that area until All Might was gone, and then you had to put someone else there. So I still give it like an 8. I think it's high. It means something, and it means something to the people. Even if you don't respect the man, you know that he's the number one hero, which in your eyes means that he is stronger than 2, 3, and 4. You know what I mean? Like even if you didn't like Endeavor, if my house was burning down or some shit, or something was happening to me, I would still hope that Endeavor would bring his ass
and burn it down more.
Yeah, that was a bad reference.
So y'all put a good point. Okay, so it's not the person it's not the title, it's the person that makes the title. So I hate harping on it, but can we rank these Kages by importance level to the village?
The Kages, they're all the same.
No.
Yeah, I think they all are of equal importance to their village. Oh no, yeah, no.
Like just because someone want to kill their Kage, for example.
No, what I'm saying, rank the whole Kage by importance to the village, the elite village. That's what I'm saying.
Specifically during the tenure as
Hokage. Like the first, the second, the third. We're gonna rank them.
Okay, sure.
So like we're saying, All Might made the title a number 1 hero a 10. So if I pass the title to Endeavor, you will take it down to a 7 because he
the importance.
Number 1 is Hashirama.
I would argue
we can start at 7. We can start at 8.
Start from the bottom.
Bottom being 8 being Shikamaru, obviously, because he just started. So, I mean, started, but you know.
I would say the next would be Kakashi.
Yeah, Kakashi.
Kakashi was a substitute Kage.
And then Tsunade.
No, we're not. Okay, we're not doing this. The Tsunade.
Tsunade better than Kakashi?
Tsunade is better. Tsunade is way up
there. Yeah, she's better than
Hokage wise, absolutely.
Yeah, as a Hokage, yeah, she's better than
Minato's number 6. What did he do?
I still think Minato's like 4.
He sacrificed himself in a sense, but
we gotta be real.
Minato for very long.
Yeah, he was only Hokage for like barely
wasn't Hokage for very long.
That's fine.
But he saved the village in that time. He had the popularity in that time as well. People speak about the 4th like they speak about the 3rd. So I would say he's still up there just on popularity alone.
People spoke about Fugaku in the same way, but he was an Uchiha, so he wasn't going to get it.
I think people speak highly of the 4th because he already had that reputation of being the Yellow Flash that became the Hokage. So he was already that respected, well-established ninja as a Hokage that had
Wicked Eye Fugaku wasn't,
solid reign.
See, so he a nigga, so he needs to be lower.
Fugaku, because he was Uchiha, he didn't get that same respect.
He did get the same respect. He was a Hokage. He was a Kage candidate.
Yeah,
but
he was a Kage candidate, but people still didn't necessarily respect Fugaku.
Okay, so let's just start from the bottom. So 8 is
Shikamaru, Kakashi, then Minato, because he was just, what did he do?
Yeah, I'd rather put the 3rd below that if I'm gonna put anybody down there.
Now Eternal Hiruzen.
I'd rather put some
like Hiruzen makes more sense to be 6.
How? Yeah. The secrets
Tsunade is closer to 6 in my opinion.
Yeah, I think 6 gotta be Tsunade for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Because
she brought structure to the village.
Like she helped to bring structure, but Hiruzen almost let the village get taken out by a coup d'etat and let freaking Danzo run amok.
But he had been the Hokage for a minute there, so it's like.
And he didn't do shit.
We don't know that because we started at a certain point. Like, I just feel like he was Hokage that long for a reason. Nobody was willing to try them.
The village was in such peril, he had to come out of retirement. What are we talking about?
He came out of retirement because Minato died early.
That's it.
That's the only reason they didn't have another candidate because he died early because Minato just became Hokage.
And he still had all the secrets buried inside. So
Minato did fine. Like, he was able to actually protect the village for his little stint. I put that over Hiruzen because Hiruzen almost let the village get wiped out.
Man, I'm about to put
internally
fucking 6, honestly.
This man almost let a coup d'etat happen under his nose and he knew it was happening.
Did it happen? No.
Because of Itachi, not him.
It was him. He's like, Itachi, I protect
this man. Let Danzo run amok. Hold on. Let me go back. He let Danzo run amok, let a coup d'etat almost happen on his nose, let Orochimaru walk out the door, who came back and took out the village and killed him at the same time, and let freaking Naruto live in a bump down a freaking apartment eating ramen noodles. Man, please.
Y'all got
Yo,
can we not?
Man, the Hiruzen might even need to be 7.
I like how you sprinkled Naruto living in the
Yeah,
chat.
you threw that in there.
Hiruzen might even need to be 7.
That's a
He
valid
gets
point,
worse
though.
on my list.
Hiruzen might need to be 7.
How?
Name something
How
good
he
he did.
treated Naruto.
Name something good he did.
He put Sasuke back
Okay,
in his own village.
what specifically did Hiruzen do that like legitimately benefited the village during that tenure of him regaining Hokage after Minato did?
Yeah,
Because truly, he did not do nothing. He didn't do anything. He didn't.
He
He
maintained
didn't implement
the
nothing.
village the best he could with the bullshit that was going on.
No, he didn't.
He really didn't.
He did like
To put him
this.
seventh is absolutely. To put him seventh when you don't know what happened with Kakashi is absurd.
Every time
You can
Hiruzen
read
like
light novels of what happened in Kakashi's reign. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah,
But you know for a fact Kakashi didn't fuck over the village.
There was
Hiruzen
nothing to
fucked
fuck over.
over the village.
There was nothing to fuck over.
You let Orochimaru walk out the door.
Jiraiya did too, so what the fuck?
Jiraiya is not Hokage.
Jiraiya.
Hokage.
He is irrelevant. You
right, so
love hating on Jiraiya so much. You had to bring him in this
Shikamaru
conversation.
Shikamaru 8, Kakashi 7, Minato 6. Because he did nothing.
No.
No, it's
Hiruzen
Hiruzen.
is 7. Hiruzen
It's
Hiruzen. Village at
Minato
least.
is at bare minimum.
Hiruzen is 6 or 7. I'm not hearing no other.
Kushina saved
Yeah.
the village. Minato ain't saved.
Hiruzen is 6 or 7. Pick your poison.
Yeah, Hiruzen and Tsunade can go back.
So
and
we
forth.
get the
exactly.
one day Hokage over the 2-term man.
He wasn't a one-day Hokage, first off, and the 2-term
Nah, see,
Hokage
that's why I said
fucked
you
over
can't.
the
That's why I
village.
said you be capping.
Did that not happen? Did he
The
not
village
say that
almost
those
didn't
people
make it
not
because
Wow.
of leadership.
I don't know if we saw the same
Wow.
season, but whatever. All right, so
It seems
5.
like everybody agrees but you. So
So you're outvoted.
Sorry.
Hiruzen 6.
I
All right, so Minato 5, honestly. So who's 4? Naruto because he didn't do nothing.
I could go with that. I'm not even gonna lie. I could go with that.
I mean, Naruto and Tsunade are interchangeable for me.
Tsunade
I
did
don't-
more than Naruto. What the fuck?
Yeah, Naruto.
Matter of fact,
Yes,
Naruto,
so put him-
matter of fact, Naruto during his, Hokage reign actually saved the world from Otsutsuki. So he can get a pass. He can be 4.
And I think with Naruto's influence as Hokage, like he is one of the main reasons why there's it's a relatively more peaceful society in the ninja world. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think that has to bring him up a couple notches.
The Kage got defeated, and we couldn't write a new story for him. So they all grew up.
And you could say there was a lot of advancements to the village while he was Hokage. You know,
It wasn't him doing it.
you could attribute it to him keeping the peace in the village, I guess. Then you got to get that to Hiruzen too.
Exactly. Gotta give the Hiruzen. See, he sees it. He sees the vision of Hiruzen. So
He's not
Tobirama.
welcome back here.
It's Hashirama 1 or is
being
it
a joke.
Tobirama 1?
I give it to Hashi. I thought about that for a minute. I'm gonna give it to Hashi because he helped establish not only the village, but also helped to actually bring the Senju and the Uchiha at first to actually be, joined in hands temporarily and kept Madara in line. So it actually worked out for him. Not to mention he kept the tailed beast, spread out and actually be respected. So I'm gonna give him that number 1. Tobirama is a close second. He actually helped to order the
I mean, when I got to talk about the Uzumaki got slaughtered on his watch. Well, you know what?
They didn't get slaughtered under his watch. They didn't. He actually made them the police force and tried to make them cool. It was their own emotions.
The
that carried it forward.
Uzumaki?
Because you know who that happened under? It happened under the 3rd Hokage's watch. That's what
I'm talking about the Uzumaki, not the Uchihas.
Oh, the Uchiha. I mean, the Uzumakis. Hey, it is what it is.
Oh, now it is what it is. I love Negro
People
knowledge.
die every day, D. That's really what you just said.
Well, Tobirama not only
Well, I mean,
made
he's way more important in the village. He
made
actually
the
helped the
tuning
village actually
exams,
fight
made the
for
police force, made the,
Yeah, he helped make structure.
So you don't get 1 for just building structure. You get Hashirama.
I mean, he helped to build some of the structure, but Hashirama actually helped to instill the part of the village in and of itself.
Yeah,
There would be no village. There would be no Nine Tails there without him there.
He exert power. I beat all the tail beasts. Y'all get the weaker ones. I'm keeping
The
this over here.
Uchiha rebellion would have happened way fucking sooner had he not put Madara in the goddamn ground. So, hell, he got more importance.
True. there
Madara
would
ain't
be
get
no
it back.
Naruto.
Still mad at him about that.
So he's got it over Toby, even though Toby did create the majority of the jutsus too.
But I give it over to him because jutsu is
he
not
did do the
unique to
jutsus.
village. Jutsu is unique to people who want to learn them and use them for their own nefarious deeds. He also invented freaking Edo Tensei. We're gonna blame the fourth grade ninja war on him? Nope.
Orochimaru would have figured it out by then.
Okay.
But then Haruto so low is criminal, but that's neither.
No, you're a criminal. Crazy.
Now I'm the criminal. Sure. Monterey, what you got going on Saturday?
Well, I don't know. First off, we got possibly aliens, being revealed and all this kind of crap. So I mean, we'll have to see what we're gonna make sense of on Saturday, but it's gonna be hilarious. Also, getting ready for another lovely video of some opinions. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful.
It's not.
Why is it? Let's get this man to 1K.
Just slowly but surely. Also helping.
Why was overrated, Monterey? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I'm helping a friend of mine promote his music, so he's coming out with an album next few weeks. So that's something else I'll probably put out on my streams or social medias as well. But you can find me at Watson_the_Great at TikTok and YouTube.
Ebony, we got going on Sunday.
Sunday's Waifu Views. Be sure to check it out because we're talking everything Mortal Kombat. And so we're going to be talking about the upcoming game. We're going to be talking about where you can play it. We're going to be talking about the roster, the celebrity roster, as well as the new roster, new backstories, all of the above. So if you are an MK fan, be sure to check out Waifu Views Sundays at 8 p.m. We also have a Facebook page now, so you can follow, and share that as well. We greatly appreciate it. Also, I don't really have much going on cosplay wise. Actually, that's not true. I will be in cosplay on Sunday. So you can see that, and I'll have the videos on there then as well. But I'm really prepping for Halloween. It's going to be really fun and spooky and crazy with the girls. So be sure to check that out. And you can obviously follow me at Ebony_Moonbeam on TikTok and Twitch. And you can find me at Ebony_Moonbeam Cosplay on everything else. If you don't find Ebony Moonbeam, I'm not there. So.
Ooh, and shout out to Nintendo. They're going to have a live tomorrow morning. I'm talking video games on Saturday.
Yeah, Fresco Menace. Anything y'all got going on?
Nothing, man. Nah. Just I'm doing the same old. I hop in here when I can, Want to discuss anime with y'all. So.
Bat Menace.
Same things for me as usual. You know what I'm saying? Be on TikTok. I'm actually planning on starting a sports channel on TikTok. Everything sports. Don't really matter what it is. Basketball, football. I love me track and field. Somebody talk a lot about the world championships, a lot about track and field running and stuff like that. So I don't know when I'm gonna title yet, but whenever I do, I'm definitely gonna put it on my TikTok page. So y'all go and check it out.
Yeah, bring that football up.
I'll be sure to hop on and talk about the Jaguars.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna need all y'all for this sports video. I'm finna come up with too.
Oh yeah. I'm everything sports, man.
Yes, sir.
Bet Friday, Friday night. You're talking about that wrestling. Nothing really happening so far. Nia Snax came back. Well, Nia Jax came back. So.
Man, we don't care about her.
That's crazy. Becky Lynch wins the NXT title off sympathy, but it could be an advancement to the.
They don't know what to do with her at this point. It's all right.
It's all right. Yeah.
They didn't want to put her against freaking Bianca Belair, and that's too late.
AEW is AEW, but we'll come up with something. I think might do something. I'll have some type of tournament cooked up. Because these niggas was said Sweet Chin Music is the best finisher name of all time, which I highly disagree with. But
I'm mad I missed that.
I don't agree with it.
That's
at all.
crazy.
The best one of all time?
It was
That's
not the move, the name. The name Sweet Chin Music is the best finisher.
That's what I'm saying. I don't agree with it, bro.
That's Coke match.
Even I won't
Coke
say
match
it's the
level.
best name. I love it, and I won't say it's the best name.
over the pedigree.
The final four was ridiculous, but I'll talk about that when we get off.
Nah, if we're doing the worst, you already know what it is.
Oh, yeah,
bro.
the worst finisher.
Don't play with me, bro. It's the
worst finishing move tournament. We're gonna do that. I mean, Wasteland gotta be up there. I don't want to hear it. Wasteland should be in the finals.
Wasteland's not worse than the Cobra. I will argue that all day.
Cobra's enjoyable at least, but all right, we'll see y'all niggas next week.